biography on the Princess of Wales has lifted the lid on their infamous breakup in 2007, when William told her that they needed a bit of space. Now, it clearly worked out for them, but can having a break help a relationship, or does it just signal the end? What do you think, Denise?
I can only go from my personal experience. I'd be horrified if somebody told me we both needed a break if I didn't feel I needed one. So that would be the death knell anyway. In my experience of people who have broken up, this is in my friend group, you know, and acquaintance groups, of people who have broken up for quite a serious reason and then got back together, they've always broken up again. If something is so fundamental that it causes the demise of the relationship, I think you could... Because a lot of people who break up because of something unfortunate still have a physical chemistry, and I think sometimes that is what leads you back together, because that hasn't gone. But as I say, I'm happy to be proved wrong, but I think that if something is big enough to break you up, then... you know, then I don't think it's got much of a chance.
It's interesting, isn't it? Because I'm on the other side of that, because I did break up with Scott when we were 18 or 19, which says a lot. And then 18 years later, we met again and we got back. So I don't actually know whether I would class that as a break. You're not talking like that, are you? But there is something to be said about when you meet people again after they've had time to evolve.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's that... How long a break is a break, I suppose, is the question I'm thinking.
Why are you looking at me?
I mean, I'm not breaking up with you, Janet.
Many times, I've always been the one that behaves badly and got found out. And then I've been offered the chance to make a fresh start by the other person very generously, saying they'd take me back and we can work at it again. And I've always said no thanks. Because, quite frankly, the fact they didn't stop...
If you wanted to cheat on them in the first place...
Yeah, if I wanted to cheat, and it was, you know, there's no going back. So I've never gone back, ever. And also I've seen some of my... Well, I've seen one of my early mistakes. I can't believe that I was even... You know, sometimes I might have seemed brutal at the time, but it was for their own good.
So you're saving them from themselves by not getting back with them?
No, I'm saving them from me.
Have you looked back on some of them and thought, what was I thinking?
Exactly, and one did marry a psychiatrist, so there you go.
You couldn't write it.
Yeah.
Didn't you arrange to meet two in the same restaurant one night and they saw you hugging the other one? What was that one?
No, I was meeting my secret lover in a restaurant, but unfortunately, when I told my husband I was working all weekend up north in Newcastle, actually.
You deserve everything that comes to you for that one. The same restaurant.
How did I know? I've just arranged. You're asking a redundant question. If I had known, I would hardly have chosen the restaurant in Notting Hill Gate. And I went in, and there was my boyfriend waiting at the bar, and I rushed up and slung my arms around his neck, and as I looked over his shoulder, I saw my husband sitting there.
Oh, Janet. That's broken. That break can't be sealed.
That, as we say in Jamaica, that broke up.
I know, I ran straight out, and... inexplicably got in a car boot, but I don't know quite what's going on. But thinking that would make me disappear into a spare tyre or something, and that husband did offer to forgive me, but...
Oh, he's the one who offered to forgive you?
He's one of the ones.
One of the ones.
One of the ones.
Oh, my...
Well, you must be good at something, Janet.
Honestly.
I think my record speaks for itself on that score.
You know...
So, I can only apologise.
In the audience.
All the audience are joining in today.
Put a T-shirt in her mouth.
Oh, Janet. I mean, that went from breakup to something completely different. Oh, I love you, I swear to God, I swear.
Judy, what are your views on breakups?
I think I hear both of them. I think, like, it depends on what the breakup is, isn't it? If it's a disrespect that you can't handle, then no, I don't think you should go back. I think sometimes breakups is because of a lack of communication, and also because, like you said, you're not evolving, or you're not who you was when you got into the relationship. And then sometimes that breakaway, it gives you time to evaluate yourself and yourself together, or actually make someone or both of you realise how much you actually do love each other.
Yeah.
But I think it depends on your own personal experience. If it's your level of disrespect that you can't take, then it's not a go back. I don't think you should go
But
back.
by the way, I stay friends with them.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm very, very,
I mean,
very good
I
friend.
wouldn't recommend everybody follow Janet's advice. But stay with us, because after this break,